stuck here. The cops won't bother me.
Hey Squid, as you can see I'm riding the CB500 and I have the GPS mounted and my 12 volt power socket all ready to go, so that's kind of nice. This is the setup I'm going to be using to get to Phoenix or Arizona, whatever it is. I need to get the exact address. The guy that owns this bike, Dave, is on his way today, Saturday, to Arizona. So I really hate DC. I've been here for such a long time too, but goddamn, people are so uptight, and I really want to be in the West, but California is not in the cards for me. It's way too expensive. I was gonna ride the V-Strom, but I decided against it. This bike has got plenty of pep. Man, it's very stable. You know, that's one thing about motorcycle tires. They're much more stable in corners like this. Oh, I almost hit my pegs. Today I'm riding with Nathan on the Street Triple, or is it Speed Triple? I kind of forgot. I think it is a Speed Triple. So that's the 1000, I think. I'm not really sure, but I've had 2 Triumphs. I don't know if I told you guys. And they're excellent bikes. Look at them lean. I have a harder time leaning. Look at that. 15-mile-an-hour turns right off the bat. Like, he knows the roads, man. I definitely can't go as fast as he can. He's a really great rider. Oh, this is Gastown Pike. Look at him. He's definitely like already, he knows what he's doing. I like riding with guys like him because he's like a very spirited rider, and he's not like going full on, but man, he knows how to ride really well. Very smooth. Like when you look at his lines, that's how you can tell that somebody's good. By the way, that was a blind hill with a car coming the opposite way, so that's just things that you have to be careful. I am giving this bike full throttle, by the way, to keep up. It's just not. That Speed Triple has got a whole lot more power for sure. So you have to set up for the turn before the turn. It's always better to go into turns a little bit slower too. He's kind of even like leaning his body, so look at these construction. Man, that'd be nice to play around here. You know, the one thing I'm going to say about this CB500, great engine. It's a really good engine. It's not like a powerful engine. And the thing that's kind of sad about the inline 2s, including Ninja 250s, even I think the Yamaha Tenere, the inline 2s do not sound good. It's a different sort of sound. When you consider a V-twin, they just sound so much better. When you have a bike like this bike, the Speed Triple, it sounds great with 3 cylinders. So I don't understand why these sound so bad, but they do. They're not very good sounding bikes. So 3 cylinders sounds good. 4 cylinders sounds pretty darn good, especially a Yamaha R1. It sounds really good. V-twins sound really good, and then thumpers sound really good. V-twins sound amazing, but inline 2s, man, they're some of the worst sounding bikes. I don't know, I guess they're just kind of wimpy sounding. What is this? Look at that 300ZX, he ran the red light. It's on this motorcycle that I'm going faster, and I kind of like that because, oh, this bridge is good too. That's a good road right there. God damn, man. This bike, I'm like full throttling it. This is definitely a great bike. It doesn't have a lot of power. It's kind of like what it is. Man, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Riding around in bikes in perfect weather with a guy in a speed triple. How awesome is that? Oh, this is I think it's like a decreasing radius turn. It's very, very deceiving right here. This bike can turn a lot faster than I'm going, but I think I'm used to the V-twin power. Look at this turn, man. Slow down for the turn. Sometimes there's dirt and debris, so you have to kind of compensate for the turns. Look at that, he's so smooth. His speed is deceiving because you know, we're going 65 miles an hour in those turns, and I mean, this is a great road. I kind of forgot that this was here. Look at that farm, just awesome. I forgot that there's all this dirt here. And when you have like the 4 cylinders, they're a little peaky, and you have to rev them up really high. It's the same thing on this bike. I feel like you have to ooh, gravel. You have to kind of give it a little bit of revs just to kind of keep it in the power band. But on that speed triple and a V-twin like my V-Strom, you don't have to work the gears as bad or as much. Oh, this is where the winery is. Red Shedman Brewery. I think, like, you know, once you start riding with somebody like him, you know right away how good he is, because it's kind of like when you're sparring. If you're in boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, as soon as you start sparring with somebody, if somebody's really good, you know right away that they're really good. Man, like, if you look at my GPS, all of these roads are excellent for riding. I constantly have to downshift to even like keep up with the momentum. If you don't want a bike that you constantly have to shift down to be in the power band, this is probably not the bike for you, because you do have to shift in order to keep up with some bikes. Ooh, this is all spotty. I always slow down for this sort of stuff. Unmarked pavement. He just squirts out of there, man. I have to downshift quite a bit just to keep up with him. This is a great bike though. It's just, you know, it's a 500. You know, I just realized that he actually has a street triple. That's a 3-cylinder 675. So it's actually not much bigger than this bike. That's incredible because it moves a whole lot faster than this one. This is such an awesome road. This is an awesome area. Now we're going towards the mountains. Man, look at that. Leaning into that turn. Beautiful. He carries a lot of speed through those turns. He knows how to do it. Yep, we're passing. Here we go. Look at how these towns in Maryland look like. This is actually getting towards Gettysburg and the Pennsylvania line. But these towns just look straight out of the Civil War. They used to build towns really close to the road. Even in Europe, it's the same sort of thing. But this is Woodsboro. Just fantastic looking. I like the sort of riding that he just goes all over. He doesn't stick to one direction. Just goes in every single direction. That's awesome. This bike definitely doesn't have any issues like with the handling. It's mostly like rider error. Oh man, this is a great road. It's a setup. We are coming upon the town of Thurmont. Look, there's another covered bridge. They put up these signs where the covered bridges were here. That's kind of interesting. Behind the town is just a really big mountain system. So that's always pretty because people do love the mountains, and this is a very up and coming area. It's like a very up and coming town. Look how cute this is. And you can still get a house relatively cheap around this area. And of course there's Route 15 just up ahead, so you're very close to Gettysburg. You're also very close to Frederick, Maryland, so you do have access to big cities. A coffee shop here to the left, that seems closed. This Route 77 is very twisty, but the problem is there's a lot of traffic here, but there's a lot of hiking. If you're into hiking and that sort of thing, there's quite a bit of fun to be had here. Man, look at all the people here. This is why weekend riding is not that good. Look at that little Jack Russell. Ah, what a cutie. You know, what you don't have on this bike is something I never even realized. You don't have a temperature gauge for the engine. Look at these bikes here. Oh, these guys are just everywhere. Look at that, bunch of cruisers. Even when I downshift a little bit, this bike doesn't really pull like the V-Strom or any other bike. It just builds the speed slowly. Burkittsville. This is another super cute town. Look at how cute this area is. He's so smooth. He's so smooth through these corners, man. Yeah, the corn is really growing pretty well here. Full throttle. Yeah, he knows the roads. Oh, you're gonna go to 340? That was Riding with Nathan, guys. I hope you enjoyed riding with a speed triple, or street triple should I say. It was a pretty fun ride, and when I was riding with him in the beginning, he had a Ninja 250, which is kind of amazing, and then he graduated to bigger and better bikes. He's a fun guy to ride with, and I'll see him in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. This guy is like speeding quite a bit. He's pretty fast. Oh, he decided to slow down. All right.